Every year, studios build hype over the upcoming big-budget spectacle soon to hit cinemas. Raising hopes and expectations via trailers and photos, the movie-going public lose their minds as they wonder what delights will be in store for them come opening weekend. Unfortunately, this year many audiences were stung and came away disappointed after watching the likes of Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad and Ben Hur. We decided to look back at past films that failed to live up to the hype, so here are 6 blockbuster disappointments.
Gills.
Waterworld. Back in the early 90s, Kevin Costner was on top of the world and could do no wrong. Winning Oscars for Dances with Wolves and smashing the box office with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Costner was at the height of his career. So, a Mad Max-style post-apocalyptic action film reuniting him with his Robin Hood director Kevin Reynolds seemed like a no-brainer. Cost overruns ballooning the budget from its initial $100 million to $175 million made it the most expensive film produced at the time, and sets being destroyed by a hurricane certainly didn't help. Upon release, the film was met with mixed reviews, praising the premise and setting, but it wasn't enough for the film to recoup its budget at the box office.
Adios, cousins.
I want to be a farmer. Here's a couple of acres.
Last Action Hero. Schwarzenegger, the ultimate action movie star. With hits such as Predator, Total Recall and Terminator 2, he is the granddaddy of shooting big guns and smashing through windows. Last Action Hero, an action comedy satirising the genre, was already set up to be a hit with its unique premise and leading man mocking himself. Bringing on board his Predator director John McTiernan, himself coming off the back of Die Hard, and Lethal Weapon scribe Shane Black rewriting the script, how could this possibly fail? Despite advertising on the side of a rocket launched into space, the film was a major disappointment for audiences and critics, opening at number 2 behind Sleepless in Seattle and losing $26 million.
To be or not to be? Not to be.
Godzilla. In 1996, Roland Emmerich gave us one of the greatest sci-fi action films of all time, Independence Day. A visual effects spectacle, it grossed over $800 million worldwide and was the highest grossing film of that year. 2 years later, and he brings us an American adaptation of Japan's most famous character, Godzilla. An extensive advertising campaign to build hype included one of the best teaser trailers at a cost of $600,000, but redesigns to the monster upset fans of the original, and overall critical reception was negative. Although the film performed well at the box office, it also found itself nominated for several Razzies, winning 2, including Worst Remake or Sequel.
Honey, what you doing? These guys don't use doors.
The Mummy Returns. Universal rebooted its iconic character The Mummy in 1999, becoming a surprise hit. Grossing over $400 million worldwide, a sequel was on the cards. With writer-director Stephen Sommers returning, along with the original cast and an increase in budget, Universal were optimistic, as were audiences. A weak plot focusing on action sequences and visual effects left audiences underwhelmed, and those visual effects weren't even anything to be impressed by. An appearance by WWE legend Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson helped the film beat the box office of its predecessor, encouraging a spin-off, but it wasn't a patch on the original.
No.
Whoa, that was amazing! Perfect aim!
What are you talking about? I missed.
Superman 3. Superman 2 was developed alongside the first film with Richard Donner in the director's chair for both. However, during production on Superman, tensions between Donner and producers culminated in Donner being fired and replaced by Richard Lester midway through its sequel. After the success of the first two, Lester returned for the inevitable third film in the franchise. Angry at the treatment of Donner, Gene Hackman refused to reprise his role as Lex Luthor, and criticism from Margot Kidder saw her role as Lois Lane reduced. A change in tone to campy and comedic, and the odd casting of Richard Pryor sparked audiences around the world to groan in disappointment. They wondered if it could get any worse. Then Superman 4 came along.
I can't ski!
Now touch my breast. Ooh, huh? Now that's what a breast is supposed to feel like.
Very nice.
Now touch yourself.
Oh my god, I'm hard.
Wild Wild West. Surprise hit Men in Black grossed over $500 million worldwide and encouraged Will Smith and director Barry Sonnenfeld to collaborate again. Based on the 1960s television series, Wild Wild West strayed far from the original, resulting in star Robert Conrad refusing a cameo. With costly reshoots to inject more humour after test audiences were confused by the tone, the signs were clearly there. Still, with Smith and Sonnenfeld's track record, audiences still turned out, earning a disappointing $222.1 million worldwide. Subsequent reviews were negative, and the film performed well at the Golden Raspberries, picking up 5 awards, including Worst Picture, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay.
Hey! I learned that from a Chinaman.
I just made that up.
So there we have it, 6 films that left us crestfallen. Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments below.